Ethan, this is an incredible game.
Yeah, I mean, this Tufts team, as highly ranked as they are, did not look like they were going to be getting this game. Quarterfinals, University of Rochester catches to force overtime. They barely escape. QCB has them out of range with snitch on pitch, and they rally back and win on a Greg Bento snitch grab 110-90. It's been a little bit easier of path for NYU, who's just been cruising through this bracket, but it's going to be a hype matchup for sure.
Absolutely, and when you have two teams that are kind of in different places at a tournament, it's all about who's got that hot hand. NYU right now has that hot hand. They're dominating their competition. They're outplaying people, and senior Kyle Gian has dominated the field so far.
Yeah, I mean, all season it's about this triumvirate at the top of the Northeast, right? You have NYU, Tufts, and QCB, and the three teams are always willing to default to these two male beater sets. And there's some really talented beaters amongst them. Kyle Gian's probably the best catching beater to ever play the game. Max Havlin on QCB. And Andrew Miller coming up for this Tufts team, so clutch. And Nick Ryder, who had disappeared for most of the semester, basically showing up just to play in this regionals, has made all the difference for Tufts.
Yeah, and Tufts being able to run that two-male set and really run it correctly now with Ryder in the picture has made a world of difference for them. It's allowing them to do a lot more, and it's allowing them to stay in these games, which before they wouldn't have been able to do against the QCB. But now with that full, strong two-male set, with the older veteran presence of Ryder, with the young energy of Andrew Miller, it really gives a change in this game.
Yeah, and the reason they can run it so effectively, NYU runs it effectively just because their three beaters of Kyle Gian, Dylan Meehan, and Stanford Zoo are just so talented. Tufts has very solid beaters, but what makes the difference for them is their female chasers. Hannah DeBates and Emily Hickmott are extremely talented college female chasers, and they make all the difference. Their physicality they can bring, they are so good at making open field tackles, and that really changes the dimensions of what Tufts can do with the two-male beater set.
And when you have players like DeBates and players like Hickmott, it changes everything you're doing. They're so deadly on both defense and offense. It just changes the game. It's that big strength. It's why running this two-male set works for Tufts, because they can use DeBates and Hickmott, and DeBates and Hickmott can pretty much play almost full games.
Right. And the other thing that you really have to look at in this game is these are two teams who love to shoot the quaffle from distance. Zach Gindes and David Stack, the two starting keepers for these teams, will unload from anywhere on the pitch, and if one of them has the hot hand, you can really start to run up the score.
It's just going to be shooting galore on this field, because I don't expect anything different. That's what we've seen from these offenses all year. That's what we've seen from both times. It happened at Oktoberfest. Tufts able to win Oktoberfest, and it was all off of shooting. In NYU, I believe they won Northeast Classic, and again, still all off of shooting. So again, it's who comes up on it. And this is the big one. This is the rubber match. Tufts winning at Oktoberfest, NYU winning at Northeast Classic. This is where it comes down to. Finals of Northeast Regionals, and you get the rivalry matchup in the final chapter of it.
Yeah, two storied programs, both looking for their first title. Of course, BU, the only team to have ever won a Northeast Regional title at this point. That's not going to happen this year.
It is not.
It's not going to be Max Havlin this year for the first time ever as well. A new team will be crowned, and we're about to find out who it is.
Let's get ready to flip the table and head on and watch this game. Between Tufts and NYU, the broom's down, getting ready to start our game.
Full start!
Just to start, we're going to back the lines, no fouls, no anything on this.
Yeah, no reason to call anything more than that in such a big game.
And there's the brooms up in the race for the waffle. It's a collision in the middle, and it looks like Tufts is going to be able to come out David Stack or Tufts.
Yeah, Debate's not messing around with that one, just making sure the team gets possession.
Stack bringing the ball up the field. He's going to shoot. He scores. Stack early on with a big shot and a big goal, and it's 10-0 Tufts.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about in the pregame. If you give Stack or Gindes from NYU a chance to shoot, they will shoot every single time.
And he got that right to the keeper's own line. He fired and he made it happen. All right, NYU now with Quaffle. They're going to look to make something happen. Kyle Carey bringing the Quaffle down the center of the field. That's Kyle Gian and Dylan Meehan beating in front of him.
Yeah, no surprise here that we're seeing two-male beater sets from both teams like we were talking about, and NYU with the early control.
Absolutely. Carey now looking to drive off of a beater or play. Carey's going to shoot. He scores. 10-10 is the score early on.
Yeah, Devin Ramsey playing point defense there needs to do a little bit more to get his body in front of Carey. Really let him just use one spin move to open up a little space and to release the shot.
And that That one just completely made by John, creating a beat and make a no-budger look for Carey. All right, Stack bringing Quaffle down the center. Andrew Miller dodges a beat, but Stack passes over to Ramsey. And Ramsey scores real quick, and it's 20-10. Very fast opening of the game.
Yeah, that Stack-Ramsey combo has been dynamic for Tufts the whole time. Ramsey in his first season, a basketball background, he really uses his body like a basketball player would to always be open around the hoops.
And that's huge. All right, Indies with Quaffle being chased by two Tufts defenders. Passes over to Carey. Carey's tackled hard. Carey throws Quaffle off far to the right side. Hey, John's going to cover it, try to make a play, but it looks like it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Tufts' ball. Big tackle there from Emily Hickmott. Yeah,
Hickmott's coming up with a card for that. I'm not sure if the call is tackle from behind. I don't know what other call possibly could have been. Looked pretty clean from over here.
It looks like it, and Coach Ethan Sturm is not thrilled about the call.
Yeah.
But it is a yellow card on Emily Hickmott. It looks like it's going to be hitting below the knee, a trip there on that tackle from Hickmott. If I could know the ref calls well enough on that, it is going to be NYU Quaffle. Bludger control is back with Tufts right now. Andrew Miller dodged a beat on the last possession that got them the bludger control back. So it's going to be important for Tufts to be able to make something happen and defensively.
Yeah, Hickmott does have a tendency to go a little bit low with some of her tackles.
All right, Gindy's with Quaffle. NYU, my apologies, has Bludger go. Gindy's going to throw the ball, throw Quaffle way downfield. He finds Molly Potter, and Potter's going to score.
Yeah, Potter, a freshman, a real up-and-coming player, and a huge part of why this NYU team is able to play these sets.
And Stack just takes it coast to coast the opposite direction with a lot of beater chaos, and it's now 30-20, an easy goal from Stack there. Tons of scoring about 2.5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, that's what you expect from these teams, especially when the bludgers are flying. They are not going to hesitate to look for chances to score.
No, they are not. And Kyle Carey now with Quaffle. He's got bludgers in front of him. Ian and Gian just walking Carey up forward. Meehan forces no bludger drive. Here goes Carey down the right side. Carey driving, trying to get through a few defenders. He's going to shoot, and he scores. Kyle Carey, another goal, 30-30.
Yeah, a little bit better job by Ramsey that time, but again, Carey's able to use a single spin move to spin him off and get to the hoops.
All right, Stack, he's looking to pass, and it's intercepted by Gindy's ball, stays on the ground. And Ramsey's going to be able to clean up the Quaffle and get it back to Stack there. Really clutch play from Ramsey there to be able to make sure the Quaffle gets back for Tufts on that possession. If not, Gindy's is running.
Yeah, Debates and Ramsey combined for that reset. Debates getting the initial hand on it, and it's athleticism showing in these 50-50 situations.
All right, a 1.5 look for Tufts here as the Quaffle moves over to Debates, but it's intercepted by Gindy's, and Gindy's now looking to run. Gindy's passing over to Carey. Carey trying to one-hand catch. Carey shoots.
I don't think that one went in, but I think the refs are going to talk about it.
Yeah, it looked like it went low there.
But they're going to call it good.
Not, though, it is a goal here for Carey as he's able to score through the hoop. It's 40-30. Again, NYU playing the transition game to make another goal.
Yeah, NYU didn't have control there, but they took advantage of the fact that Ryder's 1.5 had failed, so his ball was on the ground, even if it was with Miller, and they just broke on Miller's one bludger, and a perfect pass from Gindy's over to Carey. And Carey so far has been unstoppable in this game.
All right, Tufts looking for another 1.5 look. Stack gonna shoot. Stack scores! Great cross-body shot from David Stack. And another goal. It's 40-40. Tufts with a shooting barrage.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of shooters in Quidditch who like that low hoop cross-body shot, but David Stack has always liked it.
All right, now Gindy's is going to run. He's got Bader Chaos. He throws Quaffle all the way behind it, but it's not able to be caught there by Farina Rahman, and Hamley Hickmott is going to jump on the Quaffle. It is a turnover, Tufts ball.
Yeah, that's the first time we've really kind of started to see that difference in the female chaser kind of experience and talent, as we also are going to see Hickmott actually subbing out here.
And the game is MK Skeeta for Tufts. Stack bringing Quaffle up, looking to make something happen. Bludger control with NYU. Stack faking. Walked up by Miller. Stack shooting. Stack scoring again. Another shot from Stack, and he is hitting everything right now.
Yeah, this is not the first big game we've seen this from Stack. Remember, Oktoberfest a month ago, Stack put on a shooting show as Tufts shocked Maryland in that game, their only loss of the season so far. And here, his beaters are just walking him in, and even without bludger control, the NYU beaters are giving him too much space.
and he is shooting with every bit of that space. Carey now looking to drive. Carey throws Quaffle way behind hoops Potter. Potter over to Guineas. Guineas gets beat. As he gets beat, throws it off, but it's not going to go in, and it's going to be Tufts' ball.
Yeah, I think he was probably beat before. Good ball movement, though, there by Potter, though, recognizing the situation and dishing it off.
Yeah, almost made it happen, but David Stack back again with the Quaffle right down the center. Bludgeon control with NYU. They're trying to avoid those shots. Stack going over top of Ramsey. Ramsey shot. It's good. Easy pass and catch from Stack to Ramsey. 64 to score.
Yeah, and that's bad recognition there from Meehan as the back beater in that NYU set, right? That ball was in the air way too long for him not have been to be able to close the distance and make that beat.
And Debate's looking for a tackle on Carey, but Carey's just going to break it quickly. Carey getting past Ramsey. Carey throwing Quaffle way behind the hoops to Potter, but Potter is going to be fighting for Quaffle way behind the hoops. Stack looking to wrap her up. Potter throws the ball. There's no one home, and it is Devin Ramsey picking it up and getting it back to David Stack.
Yeah, Carey again just dominating Ramsey in this one-on-one matchup, but he couldn't do anything with it this time when he got into the lane. The beater stepped up and the passing options weren't there because it looked like NYU might have even been subbing during that play.
Yeah, they definitely were, and it just was a broken play and probably too quick on it. All right, Tufts and NYU make him subs. Stack shooting. This time, no good as his shot goes high. Hey, but if you're David Stack right now, that shot's been working all game, so he's got to be taking those.
Yeah, you got to be in a shooter, got to shoot, heat check mentality at this point when you have not missed a shot the entire game. Both teams basically, gentlemen's agreement, their way out of the two-male beater sets, so they're going to get some rest there, and we're going to see a bit of a different look as now both teams have different offensive sets as well.
Absolutely. All right. Meehan makes a beat there, and here comes the drive from Carey. He flips over the top to, looks like almost no one. There was a lot of crowding and no one able to come up with it, and Stack getting Quaffle back for Tufts.
Yeah, Carey almost doesn't seem to know what to do with the amount of space he's getting by winning these battles against point defenders.
All right, Stack driving. He's getting wrapped up by Dave Tien. Tien, and not able to do it. He gets beat. Stack shoots. This one's saved by Gindies at the hoops. And NYU is going to be able to get Quaffle here. Great save from Gindies.
Yeah, Tien, it was kind of that physical point defending that NYU was missing when it was only Carey in the game, and he did a better job against Stack there.
Yes, he did. NYU now with bludger control. Meehan and Leslie Hargett trying to lead in Gindies. Gindies now getting a drive, and he's going to shoot. He scores! Gindies doing the same as Stack and nailing that shot in the hoop.
Yeah, a bit of Kyle Carey show for a while there, but Gindy says, hold on, I can shoot some too.
And it's a big shot there at 60-50 the score.
Yeah, I mean, you do not see many Quidditch matches like this with this much scoring.
It's just infinite scoring and a lot of shooting. Stack now bringing Quaffle up. Stack throwing over the top to Ramsey. Ramsey, quick shot and score. Easy little pass there from Stack to Ramsey. No one is covering him back there, and he's scoring again. It's 70-50.
Yeah, these NYU bludger control sets, they just don't seem to be able to handle Stack's drive or Ramsey's release, and I'm not really sure what they're doing in between.
Meehan looks for a beat on Miller, and Carey's going to get a look to drive. Kyle Carey driving, breaks the tackle. He shoots. No good as the wrap from Stack stopped. Molly Potter picks up Quaffle, though, finds Gindies on the left side. Gindies passing Quaffle back to Carey. Carey looking to reset, but no, he's going to throw it over the top of David Tien. And Tien's not going to get the shot, but he finally potentially does in a little bit of chaos back there.
So I believe Devin Ramsey blocked the initial shot through the hoop. He was not the keeper, so that's going to be a goaltend. And what a beautiful pass that was that Kyle Carey threaded to David Tien there.
Absolutely. The fact that they just held possession on that play is insane. They got multiple different looks, multiple different drives, and then the finishing pass and finishing shot from David Tien.
Yeah, this is more the offense we were seeing from NYU a lot of the season, where they would really spread out and they would shoot from all angles and just trust their athleticism and ability to move the ball to give them opportunities.
Stack bringing it the other way. This time his shot is blocked by the hoop. It's a loose ball on the ground. Stanford Zoo's going to make a lot of beats, but we have a whistle. It should be NYU Quaffle. Unsure what the call is going to be here.
Yes.
That shot did not look like go and looked like it hit the crossbar for Stack there. But again, Stack has been feeling it this game, so they have to keep letting him shoot right now, because that's been their biggest threat on offense.
Yeah, I mean, I think he might have even been looking for a pass to Hickmott there, and it was just that horrible in-between where you kind of take a pass shot, and the only way you get a bad result is if it literally hits the crossbar.
And unfortunately for Stack, it did hit the crossbar on that one. I'm unsure what this ref meeting is about here. We'll see what they do eventually call when we come out of it.
Yeah, talented group of refs on this pitch.
And it's a goal. I don't know who scored it, but it is a goal. It's 80-60. Tufts has the lead. Gindy's bringing Quaffle down the center of the field. A no-bludger drive forced from Mia. Now Carey gets a chance to drive down the right. Carey passing over the top to Potter. Potter's shot is blocked by Noah Schwartz, and David Stack is looking to run the other way. Stack, little push out over the top, and Stack scores! What a turnaround of offense there. 9-6 the score.
That was an incredible recovery play by Schwartz. He was not covering Potter. He came out of nowhere to deflect that shot, and then Stack, always looking to run, hits the floater in the lane.
It's an incredible turn of events there, making the 3-point game. Gindy's going to take a rip, like a really long shot. This one sailing high, no good. It's still a 3-point game here as Tufts has the lead.
Yeah, that looked a little bit of a frustration shot there from Gindy's because he's up against a keeper who is having the shooting game of his life right now.
And Gindy's not having that same success and just trying to force something into it. All right, Stack again, bringing Quaffle up. Looking for a no-bludger drive to be forced from a 1.5 look. Stack is pressured by Tien. He throws the Quaffle over the top of Hickmott, but it's Gindy's going to clean it up. And an easy cleanup there for Gindy. Stack not able to do anything about the pressure from Tien.
Yeah, I think it's a statement of how hot Stack is that this Tufts team usually relies on two very set lines, each one with a ball carrier, Ethan Sturm being the second line ball carrier, and they have no interest in going to him here because Stack just has the hot hand.
Absolutely, and you got to stick with that hot hand in this type of game. All right, Carey getting a no bludger drive to look on here. He's getting wrapped up. He finds Gindy's up the top. Gindy's shooting, Gindy's scoring, and he's bringing the game back to 2.
Yeah, that's
Stack's looking to run again now. Stack past one defender. He's going to shoot a cross body. This time it's no good as the beater, Leslie Hargett, was able to force out the Quaffle from Stack. And again, NYU getting Quaffle back. Stack always looking to run.
Yeah, Stack gave a my bad pat on the chest to his bench after he released that one. I think he even knew that was a little bit one step too far on that drive. But Carey there finally got held up by Ramsey on that last play, and again found a pinpoint pass to Gindy's across the field.
And Carey's been able to find these passes each time, and now Carey's getting another drive. He's going to go right through Reed. Carey fakes, Carey shoots, Carey scores. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah. The huge pair of possessions there from NYU with that questionable Stack decision in between. It looked like Tufts might get out of range, and now we're back to a very tight one.
Stack back over to Debates. Debates shot. No good. But Reed's going to pick up behind hoops. Reed shot. No good as Gindy's blocks it far off pitch, and it's going to be Gindy's ball.
Yeah, I think they must have called Reed beat by that Hargett bludger that had gone flying past. Reed's usually the snitch on pitch specialist for this Tufts team with their physicality. Coming in a little bit earlier, as we said, Tufts seems to be massaging their lines a bit because they want to keep David Stack in this game.
Absolutely. Big time here. And Gian's going to block. Beat's going to open up a drive for Carey. Carey stopped by Reed. He finds Potter. And Potter scores. We're going to tie game. Carey again with another amazing pass.
Carey
but
three.
Stack is looking to run. And Stack's going down the other side. And Stack is going to score. Again, the coast-to-coast nonstop.
Yeah. We've had 19 goals in this game, and I believe we're only about 13 minutes into this one.
13 minutes and the score is 10-9. This is crazy.
But yeah, Kyle Carey is having, as much as we were talking about Stack, Kyle Carey has barely taken a step out of place this entire game. He's threading perfect passes. His drives have been effective. It's really been an incredible performance by him as well.
And now he's got another chance to make another drive happen. John forcing no bludger. Here goes Carey. He's going to pass over the top to Potter. The Quaffle is swatted away by Ramsey. John's going to clean up Quaffle, get it back to Kyle Carey. And Carey's going to throw another giant lob pass over the top to David Tien. Tien and Debates diving on the ball, and it's going to be Debates picking it up here.
Yeah, I might have jinxed Carey there because I think that one was a little bit of a hopeful pass. Smart play by Gian to keep Quaffle possession, but then Carey tried to force it a little too much instead of just regrouping and letting the team set it up.
I think the big thing that we need to notice right now has been the dominance of Kyle Gian in this game with Leslie Hargett. When they went out of the two-male beater set back to the general set of Gian Hargett, they dominated the game. But Gian's out now, and Ryder is in to see if something different happens. And Meehan's going to make an immediate beat on Stack. The Quaffle's loose on the ground. David Tien's driving with it. Tien trying to break some tackles. He's brought down hard by Ramsey. It's going to be Tufts' fault, but there's a whistle on the play.
Yeah, I think it looked like Reed might have two-armed tackled there. I think every referee on the field basically saw it. It looks like the Tufts coaches are going to come and complain about it anyway, but I think they're going to leave it be.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's any coach in the world other than Sturm who isn't going to argue that one. Sturm's arguing every single call he can.
Yeah, but this is the first time I believe Andrew Miller has come out of the game, and it did feel, as much as Kyle Gian and Leslie Hargett were dominating bludger control, Miller was staying relevant enough to be a hassle on plays both offensive and defensive. This is the first play riders out there with Jordan Anderson, so without Miller, and it seemed like finally NYU was at least able to, on defense, create something instead of just deferring to a single Tufts bludger.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big thing there. Tien's going to immediately score there from the yellow card from Reed. It's going to bring the game to, I believe, 10-10. You're 20 goals into this game and barely even 20 minutes in.
Yeah, and just as I mentioned that it was the first time Miller had not been in with Ryder, Miller comes right back into the game. Tufts kind of benefited there from a couple stoppages, got Andrew Miller a few minutes off without actually using much game time.
And but not with control. Stack looking to pass over to Hickman. Hickman's going to get the quick release and score.
Whew. She had a tough angle there, and there was a bludger coming her way, and I really don't know how she executed that shot.
But she managed to get it. Now, Ryder's going to get immediately beat here as Guinness is looking to drive. He's going to pass over to Carey, but it's intercepted immediately by Debates. And Stack is going to pick it up. He's got an open field in front. Stack dodging a couple tackles. Stack easily going to score.
Yeah, that bludger that came onto the screen almost got him, but there was no chance, I think, that a backtracking Carey or Gindies was ever getting a hand on him.
No, and it's 12-10, and it's a huge turnaround in scoring as an NYU Quaffle mistake. It basically changes this game, and we're on the edge of snitch range already.
Yeah, that said, I think the dynamics are a bit different from these teams because of how quickly Austin Sweeney, the seeker for NYU, has caught at times this year. Tufts really wants to be out of range, or I think you have to say that the result might be a little tilted towards NYU.
Yeah, Sweeney's been pretty much automatic for them, so they need to stick. Just as long as you stay in range, you're in a big, strong spot. Now, Carey looking to drive. Carey shooting. His shot's going to go high, and it's going to go way out of play. It's going to be Tufts' ball. That's not been Carey's game right now, and he just took a mid-long-range shot and it just didn't go in. He's got to look to pass or drive there, but where he's been successful.
Yeah, when he finds a passing option, it's been deadly all game. But when he gets into the lane without a clear idea, he seems lost sometimes and just kind of fires them off.
All right, let's see what Tufts can do here. They're looking for a 1.5 look. David Stack looking to drive. Stack shooting. No good. That shot went high.
Yeah.
NYU getting Quaffle.
Yeah, that's been his favorite hoop all game, but he missed that one. And Stack has not come out of this game yet.
No, he has not come out. He has been the workhorse for Tufts, and he's been making play after play.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm not sure Gindies has come out of this game either.
No, I don't believe so either. Both star players really putting in the minutes. All right, Tufts with bludger control. Nick Ryder and Andrew Miller beating against Meehan and John right now. Quaffle being carried up by Carey. He's wrapped up. He breaks tackle of Debates. Now he's looking to make something happen with a beater exchange in the middle. Carey passing over the top, trying to find Potter. Potter's going to clean up a loose ball. She almost kicks out of bounds. She throws it over to Tien, but Tien's not going to be able to field it, and David Stack's going to pick up Quaffle. Look to run. Stack just slowing it down, and the snitch is on pitch. Our snitch is Harry Greenhouse for this game.
Yeah, beautiful head of hair on that snitch.
2-point game. Stack trying to pass thread that pass to Ramsey by an oops, but it's intercepted this time by Carey. They read it this time a lot better.
Yeah, Carey just subbed in at keeper. They finally gave Gindies a break, and I feel like Carey was probably up at point on all those plays, being like, why is nobody ever covering Devin Ramsey? I could have gone back and covered Devin Ramsey. But what I did see on the other last play from Tufts is Hannah Debates was meeting David Tian way up pitch, and I think they're trying to take away those Carey passing options, knowing how deadly he's been when they've been available.
And Carey looking to drive. We hear the countdown for the Seekers to release, and they are released. This game is in snitch range. Seeking is Austin Sweeney and Greg Bento. try to call both right now. A lot of chaos in the beater game. Sweeney's going to get the first look at Snitch as a Quaffle gets loose on the ground as Molly Potter's not going to be able to field, and Emily Hickmott's going to jump on it.
Yeah, but with
a tough Quaffle at the end of this play is there's just a lot of chaos happening in the beater game. Can't see anything right now at the secret game, so we just gotta wait for it.
Yeah, I mean, Tufts you got to think is the ones that want to break that up, but they also seem to be the ones without bludgers right now.
No, and it looks like Austin Sweeney's getting a lot of time alone with the Snitch as David Stack looks to run. Stack driving down the left side, through the middle, Stack shooting, Stack scoring. It's a 3-point game and a big goal from Tufts.
Yeah, and now we're going to have to see if NYU plays it differently. You can't keep dedicating all of your bludgers to the initial pitch play as suddenly Andrew Miller takes over bludger control, and now it's becoming a very dangerous situation for NYU.
Yeah, a very dangerous situation. It's Andrew Miller making a big-time beat. They're going to get alone time with the Snitch, but Greg Bento not able to catch. Carey dodging a beat beautifully. He drives, he shoots, he scores back to 20 points. What a play from Carey.
God, that might have been the game-saving play, because if he gets beat there and Stack goes the other way and makes it a 40-point game, that could be game, set, and match. Instead, he dodges that beat, goes through two defenders, hits the shot.
That's huge. Bento now with time with the Snitch for Tufts. And he's got a lot of time right here with this Tufts bludger control. Stack tried to throw a pass over the top to Reed, but Reed's going to clean it up. Reed met by Carey. It's physical. Reed junking. Reed scoring. It's a 3-point game again.
Yeah, I mentioned that Reed's been their snitch on pitch specialist. They're the one that had the no bludger drives that got them back into the game against QCB, and again making a big difference here.
And a big turn of events because NYU now has bludger control. So Austin Sweeney's got alone time to Snitch. Gindies gets wrapped up and tackled by Hickmott. Quaffle loose on the ground, and Tien's going to pick it up here. Tien now looking to drive. Debates wrapping up hard. Now Tien still driving. He shoots. No good. Ball loose to the ground, and Hickmott's going to jump on it. NYU had a no bludger chance. They couldn't finish, and it's Tufts Quaffle up 3.
Yeah, we talked about the difference of those two female chasers and their physicality, Hickmott and Debates. Both of them made big hits on that play that could have been goals otherwise.
And right now, Sweeney's got all the time in the world with the Snitch in a close game. He's got to make it happen here.
Yeah, really taking his time here, and I'm not fully sure why. Oh, it's because Miller's coming into the frame.
And now Tufts able to get blood control, gives Bento a look alone with the Snitch. We have a whistle on the play. I couldn't see what the call was for.
Yeah, it is a tough seeker matchup for Bento here. Bento's more of a finesse seeker. Greenhouse very much a strength snitch with his wrestling background.
Yeah, and that's going to make it hard for Tufts. They have to try to get out of range here. Don't want to let Sweeney and his length get more looks at this Snitch. But he's had a lot of time with the Snitch. And Austin Sweeney, this is what NYU relies on, is just getting quick catches from him.
Yeah. You saw Ethan Sturm coming on the field, pulling Andrew Miller aside. Got to imagine that they're having a conversation about the scenario here, which is Tufts up 3, one more goal and the game's out of range. How you want to play your beaters here. Because, yes, the catch forces overtime, but one more goal could mean the Northeast Regional Championship.
But this is huge because Zach Gindy's just got a yellow card on this play. And he's going to go into the box. It's a 1-minute penalty for Tufts. They have a chance to bring it out of range with one less chaser on the field for NYU.
Yep. And it's going to be...
Bento low time with the Snitch. He gets thrown down immediately. And now Tufts making some switches. Brendan Haley seeing if he can score and bring it out of range for this Tufts power play.
Yeah, David Stack's 19-minute shift finally comes to an end.
Haley trying to go give and go with Debates. It's Reed then gets Quaffle. Reed driving, Reed shooting. No good. Hickmott picks it up, but Hickmott gets hit hard. And it's going to be Molly Potter going to be cleaning up the Quaffle. Big defensive stand by NYU as they are going to be able to get Quaffle here. A huge play as Bento can't catch the Snitch. NYU keeping this game within 3 with a big defensive plays and keeping this game still a potential chance as Sweeney getting an alone time look. Tien pressured by Miller. He just passes it back to himself.
Yeah, just barely able to. Reed almost tracked that down. But you can see that Tufts is saying, hey, maybe we can get out of range here.
Sweeney again with lots of alone time with his Snitch as Tien looking to drive on Reed. Gindy's
back in the game.
Oak in the power play. He drives. He goes over to Tien. Tien jumping to try to score. He's blocked at the hoops by Hickmott and Debates. And now Haley's looking to drive.
What an insane defensive play from Hickmott and Debates there.
Haley, he gets wrapped up. He throws it to no one, and Molly Potter for NYU picks it up. And it's just insanity right now. No one, Tufts has been on the edge of snitch range this whole time, have not been able to make a goal happen to get it out of range. And NYU has had plenty of looks at the snitch and haven't been able to catch. Gindy's now driving. Gindy's shooting. Gindy's banks it home for the goal. It's a 2-point game. Big shot from Gindy.
Yeah, that's a big one. And, on these defensive efforts between Debates, Hickmott, and even Potter on NYU, they seem to be the ones winning all the effort plays, and they're the ones who have played every minute of this game.
We have a whistle on the play here. Again, Austin Sweeney's got tons of time to snitch, and NYU needs him to catch because Tufts is having a better chance of getting out of range than NYU right now.
Though I think getting back down to...
with control here, too, with Stanford Zoo and Kyle Gian.
Yeah, I do think the lead going back to 2 will mean that Tufts will have to put its beaters back in the Seeker game.
Little Tufts throws Quaffle by the hoops. It's Devin Ramsey who has it. Ramsey looking to drive. His pass goes high over the head of Debates, and it's going to be NYU jumping on it. And it's Haley who somehow comes up with it, and Haley scores. No, he finds Ramsey who scores. But it's now a 3-point game as, again, Tufts brings it to the edge of snitch range.
Yeah, Tufts on these effort plays. And, Haley's got about the freshest legs on this pitch. NYU's depth chart has been so narrow. And so when you get Haley coming in completely fresh, hasn't played a minute in this game, he's going to make an effort play like that.
And here comes Carey down the field. Looking to drive by, I have no idea.
My guess is that Carey took one of those ill-advised mid-range shots that he's been missing all game. Just based on how far Haley had to go chase that ball.
Yeah, absolutely. That's probably the right call there. It's a 3-point game. Tufts has the lead right now. And it looks like NYU still with pleasure control.
Yeah, but Gian just went over to the edge to do a beat on Seeker.
Ramsey shooting, Ramsey dunking, Ramsey scoring. It's 4 points is the lead for Tufts.
Yeah, Kyle Gian, who does a lot of the strategy for NYU there, but when it's on the field, it's a little harder, and he went to beat a Seeker, even though that made it a 4-point lead for Tufts.
All right, NYU needs to get a goal. Here comes Tien. Tien jumping, Tien shooting. It's back to 3. NYU bringing it back in snitch range here. Yeah,
they're a little bit slow this time from Tufts to recover.
NYU with control. Meehan beats out Ryder and Bento, giving an open look for Sweeney, but he got beat as well. Back to Ramsey with Quaffle. Ramsey driving. Ramsey scoring. Another goal. It's 4-point is the lead for Tufts out of snitch range again.
Yeah, right now, NYU in this set doesn't really have an answer for just a flip-off pass to Ramsey, who's in this matchup with Potter that's a bit of a mismatch, and he's turned it into really easy dunks on 2 straight possessions.
Yeah, that's the biggest difference there is being able to change these type of looks, and that's been a huge difference. Tufts now finally again getting pleasure control as Debates pressures Carey.
Yeah, and now Tufts has settled their beaters back into the Quaffle game, up 4. They know that Sweeney can't do anything. It's all about just trying to prevent the game getting back within 3.
Tien taking a shot from distance. His shot's going to go high, and Potter's going to get beat. It's going to be Tufts cleaning up. Again, not a great offense from NYU. They've started to fall off offensively and not been able to score at the same output.
Yeah, definitely starting to get dangerous for NYU here. And like we were saying, NYU just hasn't played that many players, so they're really relying on basically Carey, Potter, and Gindy's to score all their goals because I think they've scored every goal for them all game.
All right, Bento getting a chance to at the snitch for Tufts here. His dot no good there as Tufts looks to move up the Quaffle. You beats easily happen. It's a turnover Quaffle for NYU, and Carey has it.
Yeah. And as Bento kind of tires out, and Tufts doesn't really have a wealth of seeking options. Ryder's been one of their seekers at times this year, but he's still in the beating game. As a huge shot there made by Carey.
Carey just ripping a shot. I believe that brings the game back within 3. Kyle Carey nailing that shot. That's a huge one there.
Yeah, 170, 140.
With the alone time with the snitch. Haley passing over to Ramsey. Ramsey shooting. Ramsey scoring easy. It's back to 4. They have not been able to stop Ramsey late in this game.
Yeah, all Haley does is walk up, draw the point defender, flip it off to Ramsey, and it's been a free goal literally every single time.
And they haven't been covering that at all, and that's basically just allowed Tufts to keep this game out of range.
Yeah, but as long as they want to play these 2 male beater sets, all they can do is have Molly Potter cover him, and she's just 2 feet shorter, so how are you ever going to defend that?
There really isn't much. Now, Carey with Quaffle, he's pressured by Ryder. He throws way behind the hoops to Molly Potter. Potter trying to clean up, but Haley's there to wrap her up. And as she's getting wrapped up, nothing really happening here. As the ball just keeps going farther and farther off pitch, it's going to be tough Quaffle.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, Haley just wanted to make sure. He knew that it was essentially going to be his ball. No, don't want to risk the foul. Do anything you can to make sure you don't foul.
We'll see what the call here is on this play. I didn't see anything that was potentially a penalty here.
Yeah, it could just be who knocked it over the hard boundary. I think that's how the rules worked at the time.
I believe so. We'll see what that call is. But again, this one, Tufts doing exactly what they needed to do in snitch with the game early in snitch range. They found a way to get it out of snitch range, which was the key for them. Pretty much mitigate the chances that Sweeney has had. NYU, they've done everything that they wanted to do in this game. Keep it close and let Sweeney get looks. He's got him, but he just hasn't been able to get the catch when they needed him. He hasn't had that same urgency and hasn't been able to make those catches happen. That's been huge. NYU has to find a way to crawl back into this game.
Yeah.
Sweeney is dead. They just need to get it to 3.
Yeah, and I mean, you'd think the NYU would have the fresher legs just because of the run that Tufts has had to go on, where they had to play that overtime game, then they had to come back into QCB. But again, Tufts has been willing to. I mean, Stack's been off the field for a long time now, so he's going to get to come in fresh. Noah Schwartz, we haven't seen that much of this game. He's a physical presence for the team that can come in pretty fresh. And because of that, Tufts is kind of resting up some talented players while you still got the Careys and the Gindies and the Potters just kind of tiring themselves out.
Yeah, NYU's played basically the same 5 to 10 players the entire game, and they're not getting much out of it right now. Oh, and I don't know if that depth is there for NYU to keep going deeper into it. Now, NYU is going to keep Quaffle here, unsure why. Tien takes a shot. It's blocked by Haley. Carey tries to clean up the rebound, but he's not going to be able to as Haley gets Quaffle behind the hoops.
Yeah, Carey was real close to tipping that in, making this a 3-point game again.
That would have been a huge tip in there as Bento, again, alone time with snitch, just not able to catch it.
Yep. And this is a big possession for Tufts. If they can get to 5, you really start to see that trophy in your head.
Haley with Quaffle, center of the pitch. Down the left side, passes over to Ramsey. Ramsey passing back behind the hoops to Hickmott. That pass is going to go high. But MK Skeetiga is going to chase it down. She passes off to Ramsey. Ramsey looking to drive on Tien. Ramsey breaks 2 tackles. Ramsey shooting. No good. Applied to the hoop by Molly Potter.
What a play by Potter. I thought that was for sure a goal.
Coming out of nowhere, just getting a hand on at the last second to make the play. Huge play from Molly Potter to keep it at 4.
Yeah, and also a great play by Skitka there to chase that ball down in the first place.
Tien firing a shot way high of the hoops. It's no good. And again, NYU just not able to hit these shots. Their offense has not been able to be as productive in the snitch range game. They haven't been able to force these no-bludger drives, and it's been absolutely crucial for them and really devastating that they haven't been able to turn some of these great defenses into offenses.
Yeah, for sure. And now, I believe we see Noah Schwartz coming in the beater game. He's really not much of a beater, but I think they just don't have another option after Ryder and Andrew Miller as he goes for a tackle on Kajian.
Haley is driving. He's getting wrapped up by a Tien there. Quaffle ends up on the ground, and it's going to be NYU's ball pretty easily, just able to get it. Nothing there from that Tufts offense. As Tien getting Quaffle back, passing way over to Gindies. Gindies now look to run with it. There is a bludger in the middle for Tufts. And we have a whistle.
Yeah, so tough spot for Tufts here because Noah Schwartz just came into the game for, I assume, a tired Nick Ryder. Andrew Miller just went down hard. He was running a 50-50 ball with Kyle John. They kind of slid into each other. So it's going to be interesting to see what Tufts is looking to do here because this could be precarious, if they don't have the right beaters out and suddenly NYU gets a goal in this possession and then suddenly starts playing the snitch and the people they have in at beater just haven't played much snitch on pitch beater. It could become a real issue here for Tufts.
Absolutely. If Tufts is not able to really win these beater battles, NYU can creep in, and John has been pretty dominant in the beater game throughout this game.
Yep. So they do just put Ryder right back in the game. Yeah.
Gindies look to pass over Tien. The ball goes nearly out of bounds. Tien's going to get it, but he's wrapped up here early on this play. Still looking to drive. He drops the quaffle. Ramsey fighting with him for it, but Tien's going to get it. Still make sure he gets quaffle as he draws a beat. Tien now looking to drive, shooting. His shot hits the crossbar. There's a pile up for the ball, and Haley is going to come up with it, and it's Tufts quaffle. Great defense again as Haley looks to run. Haley getting by one NYU defender. Haley shoots. Haley scores. The game is now at 5 points. So the 5-point lead for Tufts.
Yeah, Tufts got a little lucky there because we were talking about those beater subs, and Noah Schwartz missed Tien twice with beats on that last possession, but it worked out, and Kyle Gian had mistakenly thought he had time to go beat Bento, and that got him out of position on defense, so Brendan Haley was able to run end-to-end.
Gindy's driving, Gindy's shooting, Gindy's scoring immediately back to 4. Gindy's a huge goal to bring this game back to 4.
Yeah, it seems to be the only thing NYU has in its tank, but they're finally able to hit another one there.
Yeah, that was huge for Gindy's to get that shot up right there. They need him to hit another one because, again, now Snitch is at the one-arm handicap, only one arm on the Snitch. Should make it easier for both seekers to catch. So Tufts with plenty of time to make something happen. They are playing very patient to try to give Bento a look. Haley driving down the right. He passes over to Skeeta. Skeeta's not going to be able to catch it cleanly. It's going to be NYU ball. And with a chance to bring it back within 3, here comes Gindy's.
I'm personally shocked Tufts hasn't given Greg Bento one break.
No, and it's crazy that they haven't. Now, Gindy's almost got beat, but he finds Tien here. Tien looking to drive. Tien passing over the top. It is intercepted by Haley at the hoops. Huge interception at the hoops from Haley.
Yep, and that'll give Bento some more time to work here.
And they're going to go very patient. Andrew Miller back in the game for Tufts. They have control. They have plenty of time to make something happen. Haley trying to bring it up the field. He is wrapped up on the far side of the pitch. He's fine. He's just going to shake off the tackle and just keep moving. Haley playing very slowly right now. He just wants to give time for Bento to make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he even minded that he was being wrapped up there because nobody was going to be able to force a turnover off of it, and it was just wasted time.
All right, Haley passing over to Hickmont. Hickmont back to Haley. Haley pressured by Tien.
Yeah, Tufts is definitely looking at this point to just end it and use as much time as possible, but there's a loose ball.
Loose ball, and NYU gets it. They throw it back over to Gindy's, and now Gindy's with Quaffle and another chance to bring it back to 3. Bento, again, still not getting the catch. He hasn't been able to catch Greenhouse, and it's been huge for them. Gindy's driving, Gindy's shooting. Shot goes high, no goal. And again, NYU not able to finish on a chance.
Yeah, Ramsey able to keep enough of a wrap, and then Miller steps up with the pressure to force the bad shot. I would love to see NYU go back to a little bit more passing again. I feel like nobody's passed on a possession for NYU for the past 20 minutes.
No, and that's been a big problem for them. As Dylan Meehan misses a big beat here, it's going to give control back to Tufts as Miller just clears out Meehan immediately. It's going to give Bento more time. And David Stack has re-entered the game. He is immediately wrapped up, and he breaks the tackle quickly. He passes over to Debates. Debates wrapped up. Debates passes over to Ramsey. Ramsey, he's going to get beat, and it's going to be NYU Quaffle.
Yeah, it didn't work out, but that was a very cheeky pass from Hannah Debates there.
Yeah, and it almost worked. It almost looked like surprised Ramsey on that play, and he wasn't able to make something happen. Gindy's passing Quaffle way to the far right side over to Tien. Tien looking to drive in Ramsey. Ramsey gets a good wrap here. Continuing to drive his Tien. Passing over the top to Gindy's. Almost intercepted, but Gindy's able to get Quaffle. Gindy's trying to break the tackle of Debates. He passes over the top to Tien. Tien almost caught it, but he can't bring it in as the pass was just a little too high, and the Tufts beater is able to make a beat. They're going immediately 1.5. Stack bringing it the other way. Stack dunking. Stack scoring. It's back to 5. David Stack again making something happen.
Yeah, that's more of what we've been seeing all game from Stack in transition. But, Devin Ramsey went up for that ball with Tien, and he couldn't get to it. But I think he probably got in Tien's eyesight just enough, because I don't think that pass was too high. I think Tien could have finished that, and it would have been a 3-point game.
That would have been a huge change there. But, again, a big turnaround. It makes it back to a 5-point game. Makes it even harder for this NYU team to do anything. Carey immediately drives and immediately scores. Kyle Carey coming in off the bench after a break, and then immediately firing up a shot to score, bringing it back to 4. You
can always tell who came right off the bench in this game because they're always the person who does something impressive while everyone else is just too tired.
That's what having these subs has done for this Tufts team. They've been able to be a lot more active. Now Reed with the chance at the snitch. almost caught it there. They were very close, but couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, and this is why I was surprised that Tufts didn't go to a seeker sub earlier, just to get those fresh legs out there. You can see Reed just a little bit more energetic in their attempts.
Yeah, and that's going to be key right now. Tufts just getting attempts, getting looks at the snitch. Reed taking another look here. Stack has Quaffle at the center of the field. Being pressured, Stack in a pass Quaffle way behind hoop. But Giddies is there to intercept it and clean up. And Giddies is immediately looking to run, trying to bring this game back within 3. He fires the pass way downfield, but it's intercepted by Stack. And Stack now looking to run, but he slows it down.
Yeah, a pair of questionable passes from the two keepers there.
Stack passing it over the top to Ramsey. Ramsey trying to clean it up and score, but he can't. Debate's trying to clean it up and score, but she can't, and it's NYU Quaffle.
Yeah, Debate's going to regret that one if NYU scores here because she had a wide open hoop in front of her.
Gindies passing off to Carey. Carey now with Quaffle. Carey looking to drive, pressured by Andrew Miller in the beating game, and immediately Carey getting speed. Couldn't find a passing target. It's going to be Tufts Quaffle.
Yeah, Miller's been so stout in the defensive Quaffle game since the Trump pitch started, as the NYU beaters have been a little bit more in between. Miller seems to always know the right place to be at every moment.
And it's going to give Bento, who's back in the game at Seeker, another look at the snitch.
And Noah Schwartz back in at beater here for Nick Ryder. It was an iffy first shift. We'll see if he can do anything better this time.
Another on that first one. Ramsey with Quaffle. Ramsey passing back to no one.
Yeah, that was a generous interpretation by the ref there, because I think Ramsey got beat there, and suddenly Stack's coming running with the Quaffle.
Here comes David Stack running down the field, driving. Stack scoring. It's a 5-point game. David Stack has just owned the open field in this game.
Yeah, he's been unstoppable in open field. He's always keeping his arm free to absorb the contact and shoot. And at 5 points here with the one arm, it's really starting to look comfy for Tufts.
They just have to come up and make this catch. At some point, they have to come and they have to make this happen. They have to make sure NYU doesn't come back. And NYU just throwing Quaffle right in the hand of Stack as they're trying to force the pass to Potter, and Stack is just eating up everything back.
Yeah, and Noah Schwartz was even able to get bludger control, it looks like, during that possession, which is going to give Andrew Miller the opportunity to free up some time for Greg Bento.
That's huge. Again, just using the subs, using someone farther on that Tufts bench has just allowed them to play high energy. Stack, Quaffle in the center of the field. Bento with plenty of time at the snip. Stack over the top, finds Ramsey.
Yep.
And Ramsey scores, and it's a 6-point game. And this is starting to get away from this NYU team. Carey just immediately beat. Debate's picking up, driving. Debate's trying to get past Potter. Debate's spinning. Debate's scoring.
Yeah, and a huge play there by Debates. And again, these fresh legs are making the difference.
It's a 7-point game. Tufts leads well out of snitch range. This one is just an eventuality at this point with a 4-point out of snitch range lead. It's just when does Tufts catch it at this point? NYU trying something right now. They tried down the right side with Gary, but he has nothing there to make something happen. And again, this Tufts defense has been a brick.
Tufts subs in Nick Ryder for the first time at Seeker.
Ryder coming up the field as the pass goes behind the hoops to Hikmachi looks to score, but there's a catch on the field from Ryder. Ryder coming in and making a big catch, and that looked clean. It looks like it might end this game.
Yeah, we mentioned Ryder being their Seeker number 2. They could never go to him because they needed him in the beater rotation. Finally, they got up 6 or 7 to the point where they could keep Noah Schwartz in long enough to put him at Seeker, and he delivers immediately. And Tufts has won.
Gets the catch. Tufts wins the game. They are the Northeast Regional Champions for the first time in their history. Tufts winning a regional title. What a great game and a great performance.
For sure.
All right, this is Harry Greenhouse with Ethan Sturm. We are signing off for now. Incredible game, incredible regional championship for Tufts University.